Everybody, welcome back to the Quantum Show. It's the panel discussion. So far, Lynn, you're here. Hey, how you doing? Thanks for coming back.
I'm doing really well. This week's, of course, last week was nuts.
Mm,
You know, that's why I didn't show last week. I was just overwhelmed and everything else.
yeah,
So
you had a whole lot going on last week that
we
you
did, we
you
did. We
had to
had,
be hands on. So
yeah,
that's
yeah.
life. This is the fun time. If other times, this is to get away from it all time.
hmm
If things happen that keeps you away, that's that's
Yeah,
just it, you
if
know.
I'll tell you what, I'm not kept away very easily, and that. Well, I just come out and say it. My husband's father had been extremely ill, and he got to go home last week. So we were very blessed with that. But it uh, it had its own set of challenges.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Um, when a person is removed from the situation in any regard, it's traumatic because
hmm
you had. I don't need to go over this. You don't need to hear this. This is for the audience. You know.
Oh no, you please go ahead and do it for the
Uh,
audience because some of them haven't been through some of the hard stuff yet. And
right.
let's hope for a long time you're not. But
Well,
eventually it does happen.
yeah. Raven says she is on her way. So okay, cool. And but yeah, when I had my experience of, I'll say I had an HIV scare when I was in high school, or yeah, high school, and I wish it upon no one, but I think everybody should do that because it stripped away all the social BS, all the fear, all the insecurity. None of that mattered. None of it mattered. And it was like, what's real? And I got to it on an early age. And I don't know if I did it to, I don't know if I did it to myself. I didn't need to looking back, but it was one of the hardest things I'd ever been through, ever.
You know what though? The hard stuff's what builds you.
Yeah.
And it's this your HIV scare. When you were going through that, I was in a nursing home circumstance, okay,
Hmm.
and we were dealing with it hardcore with about 1,000 patients, okay, and I'll see it's a real come to Jesus moment, you know. You got, especially if you've got somebody with dementia and thinks they're the hottest thing in two shoes, and she's got it, but it finally it worked itself out, and we were able to bring it under control without having a whole bunch of people in our facility, infected. But that whole business at that time was the worst thing you could go through, the worst one. It was actually worse than COVID was. So, because nobody understood it at all in any way, shape, or form. They didn't have a word for it. All they knew there was a bunch of symptoms. Sometimes it was asymptomatic. We didn't know. We didn't know if we were keeping ourselves safe or not. So,
Right.
and
Yeah.
COVID was very much the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. Okay. So if anyone was here for the first hour, Lynn, I know you were. We were talking about deny, discredit, distract. Those are some really big functions of getting people to do what you want them to do. And denial, obviously, oh, that didn't happen. I went over all those things. I think I did a pretty good job in the first hour.
Denial is gaslighting too.
Yeah, right. Well,
Especially the
we
way
could
it's happening.
sub, yeah, we could sub level that a lot, right?
Can
We
we?
could sub level all of that stuff. Discredit, make them look stupid, make them look like they're a liar, make them look like they're making stuff up for
hmm
clicks, views, or selling a book. and then distract. Don't look over here. Look over there. What's going on over there?
Yeah, it's
What's going
amazing
on
how
over
many
there?
interesting little things have popped up all over the place.
Yeah,
And what
and
are we being distracted from?
yeah, like we were talking about the pyramid stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I I was bringing up. I last week I brought up that video of him comparing it to the remote viewing, and
Mm-hmm.
that was about the time that you said 40 years ago. That was Project Stargate. That
Like
was it.
50. 50.
Well, also 50 years. It's
Yeah.
been going on for
Yeah.
forever, and that was in relation to the pyramids, remote viewing, and the telepathy tapes. The telepathy tapes. That looks like a big distraction. Why
Yeah.
is it just now being pushed out to the forefront when it's been going on and being talked about? I never worked in that field, right? You have.
Yeah.
You know what? You have. Did you ever hear about this stuff
To a
before?
point I have.
Like what? What did
You
you hear
know,
about?
I mean, I was teenager in 70s, okay? And it was the thing. It was the thing to experiment with ESP, as it's called at that time. It's a thing to experiment with remote viewing, all of that. And some of us were very good at it. There was a group of us in high school that experimented with it extensively.
Hmm.
It's when I learned some of my gifts. That my gifts have words. Without a word to something that happens to you, or something that you can do, or that, uh, your mind is like, what do I do with this? Once you've identified it and put a word to it, then it's doable from there. But we did this stuff. I pointed out in the last show, and the Inquirer had pictures that were very similar to the ones that you brought up,
Hmm.
almost verbatim.
Yeah, that
They
was the
were a lot
remote viewing.
more grainy and sketchy, though.
Right, because they were using Xerox machines, not email. And,
Well, pixelation,
yeah, they were using Xerox machines, not digital
yeah,
transfer.
no,
And, yeah, that was the Project Stargate leaks. They were leaking
hmm
all that stuff.
and
And,
and some of it's quite real. I mean,
oh, it's all
uh,
it's all real. Go ahead.
well, I shouldn't say it's some of it. It's all real. It depends on to what degree did you experience it.
Right.
You
Because,
know,
yeah, experience. What degree did you experience it?
right?
Right? Now, that was the psychic phenomenon. And by the way,
Mhm.
I was just looking up, you can buy these psychic flashcards on Amazon right now for 15 to $25. I want some. I'm good. I want some. I'm gonna have them on the show. I want to do this on the show. I want to.
Oh
I want.
God,
I
you
bet
might
we.
not be too happy with the results, so because some people are quite psychic, are not good with cards,
Well, it's not about the card.
and
It's
I'm
about.
not good with them.
Well, it's not about the cards. It's about, you know what it is? When you analyze the card, the method behind it, right? Okay. Now,
Well,
they've
those are
talked
those
about that.
those cards are used on a blank space to say, okay, what card is this? And you say something. You have a choice of a couple of things, and
Yeah.
you say which one it is.
Right. Well,
You know.
okay, when you get to it, it's not about the ability to receive, it's about the ability to read someone else's clouded mind. Because
Mhm.
when the mind is clear and the intent is there, then that's like crosshairs on a sniper rifle. You can do it. It can be done.
Yeah.
First, you got to want to, you got to believe in it, and you got to be calm. Be calm. You know this. You know
Oh, yeah,
this.
I
I'm
do.
just, you know what? We do this a lot. We put things that we already know into each other's words, and then we get to understanding it in a different perspective.
Mm-hmm.
I do this with everyone. I just do it here on video.
Uh,
I do this with literally everyone I talk to, except a couple people who are just so damn hard-headed muggles. They'd rather let their heads explode and reality
yeah.
fail
Uh,
than even think about it.
you know,
Anyway,
it's really hard for someone who's a psychic null to understand what the heck's going on with somebody who's not. And you know, one of my sisters is intuitive to a place, but it's not full blown psychic. Not at all psychic. A
mhm,
lot of it is experience. She's a damn fine guesser. But as far as being really a psychic, being able to pull a rabbit out of a hat, not so much. But one of her grandchildren is holy shit psychic. You know,
mhm.
I've got a child that's very psychic, and it about drove him half crazy.
You're right.
So,
We've talked about him before.
yeah. So, I mean, each person experiences this thing differently. An open minded person is going to experience it a lot easier, as in not so much trauma, as the guy who says, oh, it's not possible.
Right.
Not possible.
Yeah, there are some people that Ross Coulthart. I talked about him last week, but I need to
Mm.
expound on how narrow-minded he sounds and how like he's letting this stuff be brand new to him, which I appreciate the childlike mindset, I really do, but he's been in this field of research for a long time. Nothing should be
Childlike or childish?
childlike. Childlike.
Oh,
Perception. Always be in touch with your inner child. What psychologists say, don't let the inner child grow up. That
okay.
stuff. I appreciate that, right? But
Right.
I don't. He's from Australia. They have Wolverine. They know exactly what the X-Men are. Okay, this stuff shouldn't come as a surprise to him that there are actually people doing it. Oh my God, can this be real? Yes, yes, Mister Ross Coulthart, it is
Mm.
real. People
Oh,
just
are you
because
sure it's not just an inflection on his part?
what?
Perhaps an inflection. Do you suppose that he does believe perfectly well, but he's like a lot of the rest of us when you're doing YouTube or television or movies
Oh, to
or
put on a good
talk
show?
shows, putting on a damn fine show.
I don't think so because I mean I know I got a lot of criticism for that guy, right? Like, he's been doing like weight loss pills and diet shake commercials in his shows. I know we all got to pay the bills, but come on, he's with freaking, you know, News Nation. Stop cheaping out News Nation. Stop.
With the
Okay.
diet, yeah, really, diet shakes, diet pills, they're
Keep
all
it on the
very
sidebars.
blasé.
Yeah, keep it on the sidebar. We don't need to bring up your advertisements in the news, okay? What y'all
I
consider
don't care
news.
how good looking yours or all the rest of it. I'm still not using that shit.
No,
Sorry.
but it's like Ross Coulthart. He pretends like he has no idea about any of this stuff. And I'm
Uh,
like, hold on a second, okay? You've been doing this for years. Stop acting and I got that from a lot of people do what you do and they like sell the sizzle and the glamour of, "Oh my god, this is real," and the shock value of it.
mm,
There's one guy
the woo
who
woo.
yeah, now who around here, you know what? I was approached at work by a coworker who is ex-military, just like me.
Uh-huh.
He had never heard of Project Stargate, never heard of remote viewing, didn't know what any of this stuff was. And he came to me about, have you heard about that stuff under the pyramids? And I just unspooled on him right? And he was blown away. Like, oh my God, I can't deal with this right now.
It's like,
It-
dude, take a pill, do
yeah,
something.
right. I just like reeled it out for him, and I was like, "Oh yeah, remote viewers in the '70s, Project Stargate. How can you not know?" Because
A
I
lot
have
of people don't. A lot of people kind of cocoon themselves. They don't watch news. They don't look at news.
that's all he looked at
They're
apparently.
they're not researching things. They're just staying. They're just trying to keep away from as much of it as possible, as though it were an ink stain and they didn't want it on them.
Right, they don't want
And
the.
maybe they're right. I don't know.
I would rather color myself with all the weird stuff and let the muggles be. Okay,
You got it. It's
I
color.
let them stay away from me. Hold on, I keep holding up my hand and it keeps turning my face camera off. Sorry about that, but I would rather them stay away from me and act like a filter for the people who can't hang, and then keep going. And I
Yeah.
think a lot of us agree with that, but a lot
Yeah.
of us still try to fit in. I fit in by wearing the clothes I wear. I don't wear this stuff to work. I look so vanilla and plain and straight laced when I go to work. I don't think y'all have ever seen me when
No.
I'm dressed in like my work clothes. I do not look like this. Okay, I wear my hair the same. That's it. Everything else is like buttoning shirt, good pants. Not. I'm in my weekend attire right now. Let me show you. I got the awesome ripped up working on a car pants, right? Or rock and roll. What? Oh, over here, over here, buddy, over here. Oh, it can't see me. Sorry about that. That was funny. It was following
Your your
the
your
guy.
camera's going, no, don't do it.
Don't show, don't show all that. Whoops! I don't even know what the screen saw.
It's like, oh, it showed your knee
Okay, well,
through the
it was
pants.
pointing like all the way over there. This thing will go in a
It's like,
circle. I got it plugged in right now. I don't want it to die. Mm,
but yeah, it's a lot of the it's the people want all of it. Just let it all hang out. Let me see it all. And there are people saying, no, I don't want to know about none of this shit, man. And I mean, there's two very strong schools of thought, and there's very few middle roaders.
hmm This
Obey,
is what everyone
consume,
wants
reproduce,
to
huh?
do. This is what everything wants. They want us to all do this. You put on your they live glasses, and it's on after that. The
I did my
veil
bit for
comes down.
that.
The veils come down, right? And now that is permanent on the internet forever.
Well, is a lot of people are sort of rebelling against it in a passive aggressive way, like, oh, say me. As I won't obey. I think of the stop sign as a suggestion. That's why Storm won't let me drive.
Hmm, right.
you know, consume. We have been force fed consumerism for about 50 years, a little, really more than that, probably closer to 60 or 70.
Yeah.
And the, you can only have so many watches. You can only wear one at a time. You can only drive so many cars one at a time.
Right.
And
Well,
they
you
all
know what
tell time and they all drive.
they would have me be buying every action figure, every vehicle, everything that ever came out. And
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? You don't pay me enough to do this. Like
Mm.
you don't give me enough reason to like everything you've ever done ever and buy multiples. I mean, I say I buy one thing on the internet, and then here comes everybody selling me the same thing. I'm like, hey, y'all are too late. Y'all should have been listening to my algorithm a little bit closer.
Yeah.
But
Oh, it's a truth though. If you put something in your cart, okay, say I put a set of earphones in my cart. Pretty soon there's about half a dozen offers for more of those. Oh, maybe a cheaper price, maybe a different color.
hey,
And to a place that's okay,
mm-hmm,
but without all of that, the big companies that go down.
mm-hmm,
And I'm like, and this is a bad thing. Why?
right. And
Yes, it's not good for people who are gotcha. Anyway.
Busted.
hey, Raven, welcome back to the Quantum Show. I brought you
Hello. How you doing?
right at the perfect time. Joining us from Raven's Rabbit Hole live in the Cat Dimension.
Yes. Yes.
Welcome back
Yes.
to the panel.
And you're going to be my guest next Friday.
If all goes well,
Yeah.
Awesome.
we've had problem after problem for how long? A year? Either
Oh
one of us,
my.
like
Just getting your schedule synced up.
I've been
one
trying to upload videos to the new channel, and it takes it to the old channel.
Well, didn't
But
I talk to you about this?
yeah,
already?
you did. I haven't had a chance to. That will probably fix it. So yeah.
Well, break out your phone and do it now. Are you using your phone to talk to me? Get your phone out.
Okay. Got it.
Okay. Yeah. By the way, Amazon is already trying to sell me all kinds of psychic gadgets. Thanks, Albert.
Now they're listening.
Okay, here we go.
They are. I mean, honestly, I'll tell you a good one while Raven's looking that up.
Mm-hmm.
The medication I have to take is also a rectal dysfunction product.
Oh,
So I'm trying to get another medication. They're trying to get it pre-approved, and they said that the Medicare won't cover ED products. And I'm like, you damn fools! I don't have ED.
And they wouldn't be able to tell that by your name that you're a female? I mean,
yeah.
Obviously not.
God.
There's a way around that system. Find a different.
Oh no! I've already. It's handled.
Okay.
It's handled.
Okay.
But I have had this problem with these people for 20 years. I kid you not.
They do that.
They are as dumb as a box of rocks.
Yep.
And I have to go through it with each and every one of them. Now what we got?
This is my channel on the phone, right? You got yours up?
I got yours up.
No, bring up yours.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
Okay.
Never done this on this phone before, so I don't know how the hell to do it. Actually,
Well, just open YouTube.
See if I
Go
can
to the
find
YouTube
it.
logo.
Here we go. Here we go. Okay, so it comes up to Raven's Refuge View
Is that
Channel.
not the right one?
It's not the one. Okay, switch account. Here we go.
Switch account. There you go.
Now hit this one.
And do you see it? Did it pop up as your other accounts?
No,
What did happen? Show me.
you popped up again, and now I'm watching all of us.
No.
So
You-
okay, I got to find where it says View Channel.
No, you don't. No,
Oh.
you don't. Go to your channel. Like go
But
to
that's what I'm trying to do.
this thing on yours, right?
Yeah,
See that?
tap your name.
That's my name. Tap your picture.
Okay,
On-
you know how you've got like the setting. You got that little. I don't have that little like gear bar thing.
You don't need the gear bar. You go to your channel.
I'm trying to go to my channel. There's not the way I do it on the computer is I tap on my picture in the upper right,
Right.
and then
Right.
it goes down, and then it says view your channel. Well, I don't have my picture in the upper right.
Well, hold up. Look, just go to the
Oh.
YouTube homepage on the app. Are you using the app or browser?
App.
Okay. So down here, you're
Here
in
it is. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. I found it. View channel. There we go. Okay, got it. I got it.
Now,
Yay.
your picture. Okay, now, does it look like this one? With your name and stuff at the top?
Yeah, it's my thing here.
Let me see. Okay, now, do you have Switch account?
I don't need to switch account. I'm on the right one now.
So can you upload from your phone? You can't.
I don't
Yes,
know.
the answer is yes. You can you hit the little plus sign at the bottom, and then you pick a video that is recorded on your phone.
Okay, you hit the plus sign. Okay. I don't get my videos.
Then you're looking at the wrong directory. Like on this one, you're using Android. Okay, I'm on the Apple.
Oh, okay. Oh, I've got it. Okay. Now I gotta find. Yeah. Okay.
Now just remember how to do that, because you might want to switch back and forth sometimes.
Okay.
Not necessarily to upload, but to view and comment on stuff.
Okay. Yes. Just the one that's got the UFO. Okay. I got it now. We don't need to. Let me get back to the conversation.
Don't look at me. Look over there. Don't look at me. Look over there. We're done. Don't look at me.
I didn't do it. I swear. I'm trying to be quiet over here.
Okay, I can. Yeah. Okay.
You're on the quantum panel. We're all looking at you. The spirit world is looking at you. Aliens too. I invited them over.
I'm just gonna leave that. I'm just gonna leave the phone alone and leave it on that page, and now I can upload after the show.
Where's my foil hat?
So I was wrapping up a game, and I was listening to. I caught the majority of the show.
Okay.
And so I wondered but I had to participate then. Right after I wrote all that stuff there in the chat room about Herodotus and the other historians and so forth.
And
so
is it Herodotus or is it Herodias?
However you want.
I don't know. Herodias probably sounds
however
more.
You want. It gets the point across. Really.
Sorry, I took Latin in high school.
Oh well, that's probably the Herodotus.
Herodias.
And
I may be wrong.
I gotta practice that. Okay,
trust me, I didn't get good grades in it, so just don't even worry.
I'm used to hearing it one way. It's probably If I was him, that's how I would want it pronounced, the way you did it. The other two, the ones. There's two Arabic and there's another Greek
guy. You're evil. I love it. Friends call him Jerry.
Herodias.
Who's that?
Oh, that's terrific.
Yeah, friends call him Jerry.
You'll just call him Jerry from here. Okay. So what did Jerry? What about Jerry?
There's a very detailed description of what is underneath the pyramids in Jerry's book that's just called Histories. And it's like from
is it
7
diary or
BC or something like that. I was trying to Google this real quick, and I haven't got it completed.
Was it a diary, or do you think it was just
no? It's published. It's a book of history, and he actually eyewitness went down underneath where there is there's just several levels. Some of them were used only by the priest and priestesses to do ceremonial things. There was another large room, all this carved out of the bedrock, and there were some coffins down there. And he said coffins, not sarcophagus. He said coffins.
Okay.
So I don't know if he's making a distinction there, or if they were sarcophagus.
The Latin has a lot of the same words, just done differently, like we do.
Yeah, yep. The histories. That's it. That's the book. Okay.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, he describes it in detail. He is an eyewitness. And then there are 3 other historians that reference this, and all of them were also eyewitness. 2 of them are Arabic, and the other one is another Greek. And I got this information off of Jason from Archaics from today, from his live broadcast. And I was just going through the transcripts trying to get those other names, which I've got here. I've got a window open.
And chat's having a lot of fun with that, you know.
So
it's probably pronounced Steve. The Q is silent.
But I'll find those other names here. I was trying to find out where it was. I got the transcript up, and one of them I couldn't even begins with an A. I don't know if I'll even be able to pronounce it, but I can only spell it out for you so you can verify this information. But basically, what his take was on this is that this is a psyop. He said, and he's really angry about it too, because he's like, I think that there's got to be somebody there at the CIA that does nothing more than just create this stuff and just throw this bullshit out there just to sit back.
He's probably high from the 70s, you know. He probably, it's like that old saying, if you can remember the 60s, you weren't there, you know.
Yeah. Here's Nathan, I'll put this link. See if I can get this into, there we go. Now copy this.
Okay. You know, there's a lot of descriptions that have been, they've said over the years, they couldn't possibly have, they weren't in the right time frame, blah, 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 yak, yak, yak. And indeed, they were quite well in the right time frame. I mean, after all, we can't verify stuff within 10,000 years. But we look at stuff like that, those bottom chambers, if there truly was a burial memorial, very likely a mortuary services were performed down there.
Yeah, that's might have been where they did the embalming.
Yeah. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah, I think I got the right one. Let me make sure that this.
We need. Let's agree that we need more information.
Yes.
Because I don't want to say it was used for something here on the screen.
The thing is that most of that stuff was done before it ever hit a memorial. So.
Yeah. Where did it come from?
Yeah.
2 kilometers? 2 kilometers? That's a long way down.
Yeah, he said it's not as deep as what they're saying that this is. And he said that the in the Great Pyramid itself, just the Great Pyramid, they did a copy and paste job from something that was up above to create, he said, the cubes on the very bottom that support the columns is complete bunk, and it's something that they copy and pasted from something above the entranceway to the Great Pyramid.
Okay.
And the cylinders and all that stuff is just hooey.
Oh, God, it's not just you. They really are lying.
Yeah. We all think that. Guy said, I showed it on screen, but Guy said, I feel like sometimes the authorities on this planet are lying. Maybe it's just me. No, it's most of us.
Yeah.
Then Guy is asking a question that's in my head. Even if it's not that deep, what is it?
It's just layers. There's just levels. The Herodotus, Jerry, talks about.
Jerry.
We'll just go with Jerry. Screw that.
Hey, we'll just go with Jerry. The video link I've got here in private chat because it wouldn't let me post it in the regular chat, Nathan.
It's I don't know how. I don't know all the settings yet.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I'll tell you what I'll do. Let me try something here. Connect. And what's me? Okay, connect my YouTube account to join the chat. Okay. What the hell? Yeah. Do that. Okay, fine. Now where's the? Okay. Well,
I got you in private chat.
here we go.
Well, I can't show any. I can't show videos here, but I will grab that link.
Now see,
Yeah,
sign it. Now wants me to sign into StreamYard again. Oh my god. What the hell? I'm probably gonna end up disconnecting myself, probably, but okay.
I'll just come right back in.
Whatever. It won't let me X out of this, and now I've got this covering the screen. Okay. Look, assholes. I'll do this later. There we go. I just got it off. Okay. All right. Now, I can't join the live chat until I go through all that rigmarole. Darn it. Here. Yeah, I can't post it in the regular
I'm
chat.
with Guy on that. I don't believe much of anything.
You don't have to do it that way. Open a new tab, go to YouTube, go to the show, hit mute, because you're going to hear it twice.
Oh, yes. That's right. That's right, because I've got it right here, as a matter of fact. Okay, there we go. I think I've already got it muted, yeah?
Because there's going to be a huge echo.
Okay, here we go.
Or don't even play.
Yes, we got it. Yep, got it now. Okay, there we go. Now, this video, it's well, let me find the timestamp, because the whole video is not about the pyramids. The video is mostly about the zodiac and how the zodiac was changed, and why so many disasters happen in May, and it's fascinating. If you've never looked at this channel before, it's just it's awesome.
Check it
out. He shows you all of his sources for things, and that's what I really love about this. It's not just coming off his head. You know, he shows you the actual writings of stuff. I mean, he's got a library of stuff that goes back to the 1700s, so on and so forth. I mean, he's really top-notch researcher. I think he's the best out there that I know of, really.
Who is this person again?
Jason. I don't know Jason's last name, but it's Jason of Archaics.
Jason of Archaics?
Yeah, his channel's called Archaics.
RKX. Archaeox.
RK ARCAIX.
Yeah, Archaics.
ARCHAIX.
Already subscribed, yeah.
Yeah. It's somewhere. I'll find the timestamp, but it's somewhere like around 25 minutes or something like that into the.
That's okay. But yeah, this is being used as a distraction.
Oh yeah, big time.
And
all of it is, you know, it's like you said on the last show, Nathan. We're on the brink of extreme war, if not third world war, and a lot of things are lining up star-wise to that as well. And we're sitting here looking at a pyramid, you know, so that we don't panic and demand our leaders, our government, I shouldn't say leaders, they're not leaders, they're our representatives, to change their tune and get their head out of their rear end. But
I don't think that Trump wants war.
No, he doesn't. I don't think he does.
I don't know if he does or he doesn't.
Therefore, it seems like they're forcing him into playing ball with him, and that is related to the disclosure movement. They don't want all that stuff disclosed.
Well, if he doesn't want them, why did he send jets to Yemen?
I'm talking. Well, Yemen. See, that was him being forced into playing ball.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's being forced. Yeah, Pinky's right. We're already in a world war. I said it in the first part. If you study the events that led up to World War II,
yeah, the same.
It's this. We're doing it right now.
Yes.
And it's not. That's what you know. What that is. That's part of the psyop, guy. It's part of the psyop. They want a lot of people to believe that because they want us to be divided. Now, I don't think so, but
neither.
It's like, you know who owns the U.S.? Raytheon, Boeing, all those big guys that make technology happen.
Mm-hmm.
Those guys, not
Big,
Israel.
yeah,
Israel
it's the
is
industry business.
Amazon,
all of them.
Tesla.
Well, not Tesla's. They're kind of. I don't know.
Lockheed Martin.
There you go. There's one.
Lockheed Martin.
Tesla doesn't make things that kill people. Those other guys do.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I know of several different cases where self-driving vehicles collided with a human being.
That's they have killed, but that's not. It's not like they're not selling missiles by the hundreds. They're trying to sell electric cars that are crappy. You know, they're trying to sell bad electric cars. And
cracker in dumpsters.
Right.
Which puts a whole new slant on dumpster diving, Karen. You know.
Dumpster diving is fun.
I have done it. I'll admit it.
Yeah, people are.
I lived in an apartment. It could be very lucrative to do.
Yes. Yeah.
People are not reading between the lines that we're insolvent and being audited by Elon. Elon is part of it. Yeah, he is. He is definitely auditing, and it just seems weird because he's okay. Now I'm all for participation to make a better world. I really am, right? But this Elon stuff, what is going on with him being involved in the government?
You see, we got all these questions. We're asking all these questions, and suddenly, oh look, a squirrel.
Yeah.
Well,
just answer my straight up question. What the hell is he doing?
Yeah. How did
because he's affected thousands of people so far.
Yeah. How did this guy get involved?
How in the hell is an unelected person like him doing in my treasury or my Social Security or anything else?
It needs to. He is a wild card, and I kind of like it because it all needed to be shook up. It all needed to be audited. All the systems that we have been having to live with that are broken and wasteful. And I agree with that. Okay. Now, I'm not saying everything he's coming up with is golden and all hail Elon. Oh, hell no. Okay.
I'm not saying it's all bad either. Okay. I just want to know what they're doing. Where's the transparency?
Well, we have tax dollars going to buy condoms that were sent to the Gaza Strip. What?
Why?
What?
Yeah.
Why?
And there are
those people don't use that stuff
like that.
They don't even. Yeah, they don't use it. And besides,
they don't believe in it.
It's like there's just so many more productive things we could be doing with that money.
I'm going to do a Nathanism. I need more information. Damn it!
Thank you. Thank you.
Elon's one of those. You're right to describe it as a wild card. I've been trying to figure this cat out for a long time because he, let's say Neuralink, for
shambles. It worries me on a real base level that someone whose personal life is down the crap, is in the middle of sending more lives down the crap. That worries me.
How's his life in the crap, you mean?
His personal life.
Oh, yeah.
If he can't run his own life, why in the hell is he running mine?
Well, okay, pinkiest thing. Will you post a link? You've got a wrench, so you can post links. Elon is destroying the Texas municipal water sources. He has a contingency plan for the military. What is your source for this? Do you have one or two? Post them up. You've got a wrench. You can do that. You can post links here. You've got a wrench.
Without a wrench, you can't do it.
Elon has, inventions like the Neuralink that have great potential for giving people back, like bionic arms and help people, with injuries,
paralysis and
paralysis. There's also great potential for abuse. And when Elon, I saw a clip of a speech that he gave recently talking about how they're going to make personal robots affordable so that by 2030, nearly every American household can have one.
Right.
And how much better this is going to make our lives and things like that. And
I don't know about that. I mean, it's going to be like, imagine everyone gets a new car. Everybody's got the same defect. We're all trying to get to the dealership to try to fix it. Nobody wants to pay for it. We're going to have to wait 6 months to get our shit back.
Yeah, and I've seen that in action.
Yeah, I mean, it's like common right now to release it broken and fix it later. They
actually would like to see some of the bionic stuff. I would even on a personal level. I've got a artery in a heart that needs to be replaced badly.
Mm-hmm.
I would rather replace the artery than I would the entire heart and lung.
Well, Guy said this a few minutes ago. Makes me uncomfortable that Miriam Adelson gave Trump $100 million. That doesn't bother anyone else.
Yes, it does.
This is what the rich people do, y'all. We're not. I didn't even know about that. It's not.
Who?
Huh?
Who gave him money? I didn't hear.
Miriam.
Oh, here I see. Okay, Miriam Adelson. Who's that?
Exactly. We're not privy to that. We don't look into it so quickly. I mean, so deeply, and that's just like freaking ufology. Okay. Where did Art's parts go? Why was there $15,000 transferred? Because somebody needed a loan. That's why. And yeah.
Well, there are certain tax favors, if you will, for the rich that the rest of us don't get, and gifting is one of those.
Yeah, and that's what happens. And ufology,
it's like laundering money. Oh, did I say that? Oh.
Robot Jim saying Elon is last year's model. Did you see Mark Zuckerberg 2.0?
At least Mark Zuckerberg looks human now and not like Data from Star Trek.
Yeah.
Yeah, Zuckerberg looks human, and every time I see Elon, he looks a little bit more like a snake.
Did you see? There was a funny clip that Amy from Good Morning UFO played about Elon. He was at a state dinner at the White House.
Oh yeah, and he was like,
and he was sitting there, and he made a sculpture out of his silverware.
Well, he was playing with his over here. He was playing with his silverware, and it's like,
and he made
what are you doing? You're supposed to be an important person. Stop doing all the mental mind games that they give 4-year-olds. Okay, stop it.
Maybe his 4-year-old taught him to do it. I don't know.
Yeah, but the trippiest part of that was he was like, they gave it a name, but it looks like an excuse to me. He was high. He was like, remember? He was like,
yeah. He's got Asperger's or something like that.
I don't care.
Yeah, no, he does, but that's not necessarily one of the signs of it.
No, that is a neuro neuro-soothing technique where I don't know what it's called, but he was doing all that, but they said that that's what it was. I'm pretty sure he was stoned off his ass. I don't think he was actually doing that. Oh,
how many others for that? How many others for this?
There's a big
Congress. Well, why would he be the odd man out?
That's true. I mean, there's a bunch of people on meds up there, but
yeah,
everybody.
No, there's a difference between being on meds and not being able to cope with your job.
Well,
if any of us did that shit, we'd be on our ass in the street and nothing flat.
Yeah,
waving our little pink slip in our fingers.
I don't have a stutter. All I do is say and pause a lot. I don't have a stutter. That's my little glitch. But yeah, why do all the droids stutter like Elon and all the rest? Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's body doubles. Man, we're going deep into the stuff tonight, right? We're going deep into it. We're bringing out ketamine. Now ketamine enters in.
Well, maybe it could happen. The recreational drugs people are enjoying a hell out of prosperity right now.
Yeah, and I'm not skipping any of the good comments. I'm trying not to anyway. I'm trying to get to $100 million. Dialing back to what we were talking about, people really think that doesn't buy influence. Oh yeah, it does. It sure does. Yeah. It rents a space. You know those do not park, no parking enforced by fine. That means rich people can park there. They just have to pay for parking. That's all. Yeah. Oh man. I am. Trust the poetic meter. The art always tells. Yeah, I have watched science fiction is a great way to
like
do
so aware of it.
Sci-fi is a great meter for that stuff, right? And talking about ketamine.
Robot just got a good point, and I think we're basically saying as much. You know, if I had to work for those people,
apparently
I'd be on drugs too.
They have it. They have all the drugs, and they think we're. I don't know what they. I hesitate to draw any conclusions about the leaders versus us. The people who make the laws versus the people who have to deal with them, right? Don't let that happen, guy.
Man.
Guard yourself.
I'm telling you that she went out and got a flashlight and she knows how to use it.
Okay.
That was the vision I had. It was sneaking out for a smoke and I see you.
Yes.
Oh yeah. You look at the radio spectrum and how it went back 4 months before lockdowns. Yeah, we can't talk about that though, can we? Oh yes, we can. We talk about alcohol. Let them demonetize a non-money making show. They just can't play their ads for weight loss and bacon.
Oh, you forgot the meat sticks. God knows those damn things.
Step into a Slim Jim, I know. Or what was that one? The Bigfoot ones. Messing with Sasquatch.
Oh, that's soap.
No. Oh Squatch. No, that's Squatch soaps. But there's one Messing with Sasquatch.
Yeah.
And it's all about beef jerky.
Yes, beef jerky. I've seen that one. It's funny as hell.
Yeah.
Just some of these products, I'm like, I need this. Why? You know?
Yeah. No, I do like the Darth Vader and Yoda Squatch soaps. Sponsor.
You draw with them in the bathroom.
Come on, watch. Sponsor. Foxy is giving me a reminder, giving me the flashing green light. Please like, share, and subscribe if you're here. You're Quantum. You could be watching Trump, Elon, Funny Cats,
Mr. Rogers.
Well, Rogers.
My dogs are.
Oh no,
I'm serious as a heart attack. Nothing keeps things calmer around here than Mr. Rogers on the TV back in that.
Yeah.
They are crowded around it. I'm not kidding.
Well, I don't know if my camera is going to pan around showing all the chaos I'm surrounded by, right? But I need to do coffee. So Pinky is right. I need to do coffee, and we're right hitting on the 1 hour mark. So it's a little break time right now. So if anybody needs like coffee, water,
smoke them if you got them.
Yeah, whatever. I ain't smoking all the time, but I am getting coffee, and I'm going to I'm going to leave the face recognition running.
Okay.
Because if anybody comes in, it will follow them. Because I had before the show, I was trying to I was getting everything set up, and it kept going like somebody was walking behind
Mm-hmm.
me. I was like, "Oh,
Oh,
I love
See,
it."
a lot of times when you get a residual, Nathan, they'll walk right through a dresser or a bed because it wasn't
Yeah,
there during the residual.
yeah.
yeah. Okay, coffee break. It is. We're at the 55. That's an hour. 55-minute mark. That's an hour. So I
More or
need to
less.
take a little break too. So if watch for ghosts and
I
listen for
will.
ghosts because I'm going to keep the mic on too.
Yep, will do.
He's trying to watch him on the way out. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's pretty quiet now. It's not looking for anything.
So I learned something today when I was watching this show on Archaics. Okay, why in November, the first part of November, and ties in with October 31st, November 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, is this. There's all this focus on death.
Right.
The other point in the calendar that has a lot of death is the month of May, about mid-May.
Mm-hmm.
It went through history and showed clear back from like 1212 AD, all onward, all these disasters, lots and lots of earthquakes, volcanoes, all this kind of stuff. And it has to do with this elliptical. Earth is not in the right place. There is, okay, and it's not a flat Earth thing. This is, here's the sun, here we're going, all the planets are going around.
Right.
Okay, there is another, they call it the nemesis. Nemesis is at an angle, a 60-degree angle, and it's going around this way. And there are 2 points where these two hit, here and here. Here is in May, and then here is in November. And
how about that?
Earth, when they have, it's like every 138 years, Earth has something, I don't know the right word.
Catastrophe? Tragedy?
Where we, at these times, there's literally 2 planes that Earth is on simultaneously. You know how in the New Age community, how they keep talking about this dimensional split, and if you're not of the right frequency, you're going to be left behind. There is going to be a point where it splits, 2040 or 2036.
No, I think it's 2040. Now that you mention it,
he talks about Phoenix years. Every 138 years, there's something that happens, a catastrophe of some sort, and that Earth is going to be going back on. We should normally be on this elliptical that's going this way, not the one that's going this way, and that's why Earth being in the position we're in right now.
This nemesis will knock us off our trajectory and send us a different direction.
We'll get back on the right one, and that's the correct one. This one is ruled by Sol, the sun, Sol, but Apollo, and it's a plane of death, destruction, war.
Right, war.
Isn't that on the other one?
Right. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, he explained all of that in this video that's in the link for everybody. And then he gets into that little bit about Egypt somewhere in the middle of the video. But it talks about the zodiac, how the zodiac is different. Apollo changed the zodiac to go from Pisces to Aries.
Right.
In between. But this one is on a longer one, and it includes then all of those constellations that we see. The Orion, the Pleiades, all of that stuff. Yeah.
It's more in that other trajectory. It is more like our current astrology than what it is right now. Our astrology right now is very much off kilter.
He said that's why the center of the Milky Way looks so funny to us. Looks like a little band, a little slit. It'll come into better focus, and the nemesis one is in alignment with with the Milky Way.
Right.
Was there any ghost activity? Did anybody catch anything?
I was watching. I didn't. The camera didn't move at all.
Okay.
I don't know why my camera keeps going so dark. There's something in front of it. I don't know.
It's going by the background lighting.
It's kind of blurry. You know, it's not very crisp.
Yeah, it's going by the background lighting. You need like a ring light.
I do have a ring light right here. Yeah.
Is it hooked?
That's my ring. Let's see if it's. No.
Well,
maybe I should
I usually just put a light on over top of me, and that usually works pretty well.
Yeah. Well, let me show you what I'm talking about.
I can switch over. And see how just hazy it is?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it doesn't look very. I've got my tablet down here. I can switch to my tablet.
I don't know. Every time you do that, something bad happens.
Maybe just leave it alone. We'll just deal with the haziness. You're right.
Good deal. Just let it alone, and then nobody minds out in the chat. I don't think they haven't complained. So,
okay.
Yeah, because your ring light, the way it's supposed to be set up is like this. Let me show you. I don't know. This
on the settings for video, there's like all these numbers. Okay. Well, I'm using the laptop though.
Okay. Well, a ring light is supposed to go. It does. Okay. A ring light is supposed to evenly put the light around you like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the point of the ring light. So if you don't have it right, if you don't.
Yeah, if it's not,
your point of view needs to be from the center of the ring, and if you're using your laptop, it's just going to be that way, you know. Like,
well, you know, I used it last week and it didn't look so bad. Huh.
Robot saying that it turns out that catastrophes are triggered by Raven setting and not the two planes of coexistence. You know, I don't know about that. I'm not sure.
I would say it might be indicative, but not the cause of.
It's a result, not a trigger.
So the cat dimension is walking all over our reality. Makes perfect sense.
Damn cat star, huh?
Scream Engine, welcome back, Scream Engine. Awesome to see you.
Oh yeah. Oh, Scream Engine. Hiya. He's so funny.
Back. Thanks for coming back, Scream Engine.
We were absolutely just cracking up last week. I watched the replay again. Just so I could catch all the comments that he made. They're so funny.
Anyway, coffee is got. I'm gonna fire up again. So no activity while I was gone.
No.
I'm sorry. Last time, time before last, that thing was just absolutely having a hissy fit.
Right. Well, I don't know what, but I announced the show like in meditation, like a broadcast. I know nobody believes me about that stuff, but I did. I do that every show, every segment, right? I do a little meditation. I reach out and I say, hey, everybody, if you want to be on, come on. Just don't show. And this time I said, just don't show my room. Right. Well, there it is.
You don't have very much space there.
No. I need to make better use of the space I've got, but whatever. It's a work in progress all the time. Everything is.
It is here too.
Mm-hmm. The joke is, I don't see a problem with stuff. I see a problem with shelving. You need more shelving. I'm like, you don't have too much stuff. Your collection of Star Wars stuff isn't so big. You just need a bigger collection of shelves. I'm like,
yes, there you go.
I have watched some 10 different shelves disappear into my stepdaughter's room, and I'm not going in there for nothing or nobody. That seems to be that she has a portal going on in there. And I'm not so sure I find my way back out.
Speaking of portals, I have had the standard activity around here. The doors are moving, right? Something is pulling on knobs and opening and closing doors. That's been going on for 4 years.
Do you find that in cycles or in specific time frames?
It is random.
Just all the time.
Today. Huh?
Just all the time?
Yeah, random. It was happening today, right? He's asleep in the other room. And I heard a door open. There were no doors to be opened. Nobody was opening doors. Mine stayed open. Thank you. My face camera was presenting. Now it doesn't want to. There it goes. There it doesn't see the doors open. Or maybe it's like someone standing over there and going, "Hi." Please don't turn the camera off by showing your palm. That has happened. That has also happened here. Oh. No, Scream. She had a very good reason, and it was not that. Let's just say real life. Okay. That's a great thought.
I love the idea of an orgy. I really do. But I'm getting kind of elderly for that shit.
Guys saying I've had screwy UFO stuff.
And actually, I have a very good reason for not being here last week.
Yeah. Right. Guys
I think I would have enjoyed his idea better.
I've had screwy UFO stuff and never seen a ghost or had ghost activity. Here's the thing. I'm way into UFOs, ufology, aliens, but I've had this much experience with that of things happening. And everything is ghosts. Everything is like cemetery, doors opening, shadow figures, all that stuff. But I want aliens, okay? But it comes up as spirit and stuff.
Well, yeah. Whenever you say think that that's what you want, invariably it goes in another direction. You get something you don't. But if you decide that's okay, then it goes away. So
it's like when a few years ago when I said, after all this weird stuff kind of hinted at being real, I went ahead and said, bring it on. And you have to make the conscious decision and want it and be willing to believe in all of it. Bring it on. I'll just deal with it as it comes. And it has never stopped.
Speaking of the supernatural and supernatural entities, Storm got a picture of a chupacabra.
Oh, right.
Really?
I saw this picture, I think.
Can you show it?
He did. He got it. You want to see it online?
Yeah.
I can show it.
Oh, you can show it? Okay, I can have him put it up here. Oh, awesome.
I've already got it. And
he saw that and said, "Oh, dear God, here we go."
This is really cool. Now, I'm not exactly going to debunk anything, but before I do that, Guy Merritt says, had UFOs behind my house, filmed by my neighbors, and an enormous UFO, 125 foot, I'm guessing, estimate, above my head in 94. No ghosts. Yeah, 94 when nobody had cameras. Me too.
Yeah.
I wish I had something like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, me too. Yeah.
So I'm going to show the...
No, Storm saw a UFO backyard again. There it is. The hands and feet, the paws are human looking.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Oh my God, how ugly!
Oh yeah, they're.
Well, you can have your very own. It's for sale. It is a a metal sculpture, I'm told.
Yeah, he's like 300 pounds. I'm like, I don't want one, Storm. Don't order it.
Oh my
You
god.
know, I don't care if it's a lawn ornament. Don't order it. You know?
If it's 300 pounds, ain't nobody walking away with it.
No, that's
How
for
can
sure.
something that like that sustain itself on nothing but blood?
This
They eat goats. I understand that they like blood, but I think they do. They have something of a carnivorous bend to them as well.
that is a thing for sale, right?
Yeah. It's a sculpture,
Yeah, it's a
but it
metal
is based off of the descriptions
descriptions. Yeah,
of them.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
It's almost like it's
an
an
odd,
alien pet that got loose. They let it out to go pee and it never came back.
you know, and you know, we're not that far from Roswell here, and from Los
True.
Alamos, and
True.
from all of that.
yeah.
And when you realize that there's an awful lot of free floating radiation,
Oh yeah, that
you know,
distorts the DNA.
yeah. This myth, this legend, been around since well before any of that.
The chupacabra.
But if
yeah.
there's something running the desert going by name of chupacabra, that's a chupawawa back there. She's anyway. You know, it's not too much of a stretch to think maybe it's a mutation.
Yeah, true.
Guy saying, I believe people see ghosts. I'm just trying to address the comments before we go so far beyond them that we don't want to talk about it anymore.
Okay.
But I don't want to skip comments. I believe people see ghosts, just wonder why I never saw one. I think it might be a mindset thing and a frequency thing and what your vibes are. But also, if you live in Kentucky, how close are the caves and mines to you? Same in East Tennessee where I was. People have all kinds of weird stuff happen over there. And you know what there was there? Zinc mines. Zinc mines. And
zinc poisoning's a real thing.
right. And yeah, what is it, the ecological people, the safety guys, not OSHA, but the ones that for the environment. They're not really active and they'll like grease the wheels, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
And
I'd like to comment about to something I want to say here to Guy. It may be that you can detect ghosts a different way without seeing them. You can use your body sometimes as a detector. You may feel here's something that, like, for example, that happens to me. If I walk into a haunted location, I don't normally see ghosts. I have seen a couple, but moreover, what happens is I get this tingling feeling right up here by my ear, right down my jawline, just on this right side of my face. And then sometimes I'll get goosebumps all over. So you may, just because you don't see it, don't worry. You may even hear. You may be more clairaudient rather than clairvoyant, which is clear seeing, or clairsentient, or everybody's got all of these senses. One is more prominent than the other. Yeah. You may be able just to feel it. All of a sudden, you're going to feel some emotion, or you can smell something, like their perfume or
cigarette smoke.
I've walked in the house and smelled pipe smoke before.
And nobody in the house smokes.
Yeah.
I've done that too. Yeah.
I've had a ghost walk through me. I didn't see him coming, but I heard him coming up the steps very clearly. So you may be able to sense ghosts in a different way. So be open to all of those sensations. But use your body as a guide. You know, you can maybe get like
we pick up a lot more than just by eyes.
I'm sorry, what?
We pick up a lot more than just by our eyes.
Yeah.
A lot of times when I'll have a ghost experience, especially if I'm trying to communicate, I've had them walk through me. It feels like someone's walking through, and it's like sticky taffy that just sort of goes through and goes boop, pop.
Mine, it
So
sucked all the air out of my lungs. I
yeah,
collapsed. It just
mhm,
like sucked all the air right out of my body, and I just
yeah.
dropped. Yeah.
I don't have that happen too much
Thank God
where
only
I'm
happened
I'm
once.
knocked down like that, but the feeling of it, there's a it's almost a violation.
Oh,
So it's different for every psychic though.
yeah.
I see ghosts a lot. I see them, and I'll know they're there as well. But I have a share of all five um, abilities, whether it's sight, taste, smell, hearing, feelings, all of those things.
Yeah.
So
When you
it
see
depends
them,
on the ghost.
do they look solid or do they look transparent?
Well, it depends on the ghost. I've seen them where I thought they were as real as you or I am,
Yeah.
and yeah, there's only Zool. Yeah. Anyway,
I'm having to get these pictures on the. I'm having to get these pictures on the fly, so that's why I'm not zipping them up like that. So
yeah, it's
that's
all good.
Zool Ghostbusters.
Yeah, but the feeling of it really depends on the individual. If I'm involved in trying to find somebody who's missing and they've passed, quite often they'll share with me how they died and how it felt. And that's not a fun thing for me,
No, no, it wouldn't be. Oh Lord.
But I've helped in two different situations. One with a retired policeman, and another one with a an individual was trying to locate someone who had passed in Afghanistan. And both times I felt it. And because I was so tuned in on that individual. So, and it's not something I really want to do,
Yeah. No. Yeah.
because it can affect me for days afterwards.
I mean, yeah, that would be
Guy is
really frightening.
asking this question. Anybody here had beams of blue light surround their house and then switched them off? Ex-wife said that happened to me. I am not familiar with that phenomenon.
I
No,
don't
but
know
I've
what it
had some
is.
blue, weird light show up around my hinge down here, about 3 feet off the ground, like a
Guy
fog.
needs to know more about your hinge. So, what do you got? What is it?
I've got some pictures of this blue fog.
I know I've seen the pictures, but we need to build a little context here, okay? The last time we talked about it, Guy or Scream Engine wasn't here,
Oh, okay.
so they
Okay.
don't know what your hinge is. Like, do you
Okay. Well,
I
okay. So
mean,
I have this
hedge. It was
hinge,
about your hedge.
hinge,
about my
Hinge.
hinge.
like
H E N G
Hinge.
E, like Stonehenge.
except
Oh, okay,
not
It's
hedge.
that.
fashioned after that. It's not identical to it, but it's that same idea. So I got this friend who cuts down trees. He calls me up one day and he says, "Hey, you want some firewood? Because I've got a clearing off the side of my house, and it's in a circle. And they had the previous tenants had a little fire pit there, and some tree stumps sitting around. You know, students sit around the fire and roast marshmallows, bullshit, drink beer, whatever." And I'm like, "Sure." And so the next day he shows up, and they had felled an oak tree. Well, he didn't cut it up into firewood. I had this tree. I can't even wrap my arms around the base of the trunk of the tree. And they just chopped it up in about 4 or 5 pieces and threw it down there.
I hope you saved some of their branches.
Oh, I was pissed. Or they didn't give me the little branches. They just gave me like the
Oh,
big
damn,
chunks of
those
the
are what
trunk
you
and
need.
just dumped it down there. And I was livid when I got home. I wasn't here at the time that they brought it. And I looked down there and they just made a mess of that whole area. And I'm like, that's not firewood. I mean, it's such big. Yeah. Okay. So but I'm like, I was so mad, and I didn't want to call and scream and yell. I'll just sleep on it, calm down, call him in the morning. And so the next morning comes, and I'm at my kitchen back door, and I'm looking out upon that area, having my coffee, and I thought to myself, yeah, kind of like Stonehenge. And oh, there's an idea. So I went out there with my compass, and I went out there with my tape measure, and I'm like, oh, this will work. This will work. And I kind of picked out the pieces, the biggest, tallest round. Okay, I could put that at the cardinal points, or southeast west, and then use these other ones in between. Okay, so
I love it.
When I called him, he was like, "Oh, he knew, he knew I would have been pissed." He immediately started.
He knew damn well you were going to be
before
pissed.
I could even say anything. He's like, "Hey, I'm real sorry, my guys." I said, "No, just come with your chainsaw. I don't want firewood. I like it like it is, but I want them moved." He's like, "Really? Oh, okay." So he showed up about 4:00, and I had my little compass out there, and I'm like, I need it right here, and I need this one over here, and we moved it, and so I made this hinge. It's about like 9 feet. So I got 9 feet this way, 9 feet this way.
You have your own Stonehenge. I love it. I think that's great.
And it's really a neat little thing, and so that's where I go. I made an altar in the middle. I covered up the fire pit, and have a stump there with a lightning hit another tree later that year, and I got a big thing there for altar space. And so that's where I go, and I light prayer candles for people. And if ever I do any spell work or anything like that, that's where I go. And at nighttime, I have white, just the white on green Christmas lights, little ones. I have it circled around at night. So it looks like you could land your helicopter there, because if from the air, it would look like a landing pod. They have this circular lights.
Yeah.
And I have a little path that goes up to it. It's
I love
pretty cool.
It.
Yeah.
It's really
now,
when there's snow. And those white lights are all around it.
And the way all this happened was totally random.
Yeah, completely random.
You were expecting firewood. He came up with chunks of trees.
Chunks of an oak tree. And I was like, oak. And it's like, oh, wow, that's perfect. Because that was so sacred to the Druids and the Celts.
Right. Yeah. Many more. Right.
And that's my ancestors. So I'm like, oh, it really is perfect.
I am jealous.
And
I want the branches though. Doggone it, those are the best ones.
They didn't bring me any branches, just the big chunks of it, which was fine. But I have this whole property is lined. Actually, it's circled in rowan trees, and rowan are for the fairy folk, and those are very magical. They're great to make wands and walking sticks out of. Mm-hmm. Very magical trees, and the whole place is lined with them.
Oh, Lordy,
they're extremely protective.
To all the new
headlights.
Yeah, to all the new listeners within the past year or two, we all have had very strange experiences, and all those weird experiences, not just things we think or books we read. We're talking like past life stuff and alternate reality stuff, and things that form out of nothing stuff.
Oh yeah, so the blue haze.
Blue light.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I was taking pictures as I'm working in this thing, and I got it all weeded out, and I've got black mulch in the middle of it. It looks really cool what it's done. And I'm taking some pictures. I had a prompting to take a picture, and in that picture I could see these orbs. I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. And it wasn't dust and it wasn't bugs. They're bona fide orbs. One's green and the other one's a blue. But then this blue mist, huh?
Do you have the picture handy?
Yeah, I think so. I think I can get them on my phone faster than on the computer.
Send it to me on Facebook Messenger.
I started taking some rapid fire pictures, and you'll see in one that there's no fog. And then like the next picture taken 5 seconds later, you'll see this blue mist, and it's about 3 feet off the ground. And it started like over in the south, and it worked its way east and went counterclockwise.
You had a visitor.
Yeah, and it's like I got before it totally encircled. I went ahead and got out because I didn't know if I was going to be zip beamed to the fairy realm and never be seen from again, or what the hell was going on. But it's really cool, and it's the
Your
blue is
cats
kind
would
of
have
like
dragged, the cats would have dragged you back. They would have.
feed us, feed
Well,
us.
here's a
Bring her
concept: put
back.
cats in there.
There's cats in the picture. Yeah. Okay. So let me get those and send
Send
them.
them to me on Messenger.
Screaming Engine
Okay.
saying holly's a good wood too. Yes, it's sacred, just as the oak is.
Oh yeah.
And Rowan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've all had
And-
weird, cool stuff happen, and now it's just normal.
Yeah. There's you get a threshold of a lot of the trees here will grow and they'll have like a unicorn spiral, and then they'll grow straight again.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's a vortex, isn't it?
Yes.
A vortex energy. Yeah. There's
Those
all kinds of them, and there's grapevine out here that's this thick, this big around. It's
Raven, you built a portal. Expect the weird stuff to happen.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh well, I've come home at night and seen luminous beings in there. Yeah, I have some weird stuff, and then of course the UFOs that have shown up and the head through the steering wheel and all that weird.
Oh, that was crazy, and also the time you ran over the mailboxes and then.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
and the tree that's missing, the one I always put my bird feeder on. It's now been missing 2 years. It's just gone. It didn't fall over. It wasn't cut down. It's just not there. And I know
never
there. For 8 years, I put the bird feeder on that because it was in perfect alignment with the table where the cats eat, so they could be entertained and watch the birds, which is why I put it there.
You got a question? Like pillars of light? Did you ever have pillars of light?
Yes, there is. There is a picture, in fact, of one that is a pillar of light. It's the whole thing that's kind of a orangish, kind of an orangish yellow. The fog itself is blue. The orbs have been green, blue, and kind of a pink. And then, of course, your typical white ones.
Okay.
Those are the only colors that I've been able to photograph so far.
Yeah, and
it might be fun to do in the backyard.
Yeah. I would say for sure just start taking pictures when you're out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. When there's something, it's almost like sometimes they want to be photographed, because I'll be sitting here doing something on the computer and all of a sudden I'll get this thought that I don't think is my own come in my head and say, get up, take a picture. And every time that's happened and I've gotten up and obeyed and did it, there's been some kind of weird orb or something that has shown up.
It might be your guide saying, listen, this might be fun for you. Don't forget to live here.
It was the energy here that brought me to this place to rent this place. It certainly wasn't the
amenities.
Amenities, yeah. I don't have an ice maker. I don't have a dishwasher that works. I don't have an oven that works. I don't even have a furnace right now that works. So there's all kinds of. It's like camping, really, with furniture.
Yeah, she is in a portal place.
But I love this place because it's just so crazy, and I can turn my stereo up as loud as I want, and I don't bother anybody. I can run around naked if I want to. No one will ever know. And it's still only 5 minutes to Fazoli's. So, I mean, it's like having a chunk of the country up on this hill where nobody bothers me. I've not ever, in the 9 years I've been here, I've never had one trick-or-treater. Not one.
Who's Fazoli? What's Fazoli?
Fazoli's is like a fast food Italian.
Okay. See, we didn't know.
Fazoli.
It's a drive-through Italian food.
Okay.
It's Pizzoli is a Italian dish.
Oh, it is?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought it was somebody's last name. Oh, I didn't know that. Cool.
Well, it could be, I suppose, but it's a dish. Like spaghetti or rigatoni or some of those.
There's my gallery here. Let me get the gallery. Find it fast.
It's for certain Italian people, you say Pizzoli and they're like, oh, heaven, yes, now.
Oh, it makes me hungry for it. I was just talking about it. Makes me hungry for it. Looking for my gallery so I can find it faster here. I can't talk and surf at the same time some days. Let's see here.
It's okay. We can do the talking.
You guys talk.
Yeah, I'm telling you about the raccoons that pawned your wet dry vac.
Oh, get you some, huh?
Oh, this little shit.
Boy. That's the one thing, in New Mexico, there's only the franchise Italian restaurants, like Carino's or Olive Garden, boy, getting the real thing. I was pretty lucky. I had a little Sicilian lady teach me how to make lasagna.
There's a couple of places around here, but I never get to go because I'm by myself all the time. It's a lot to do with my work schedule because I would go with my sister or my mom, but there's nobody's ever free when I'm free, and just bad timing. And the people who can go, well, I don't want to go with them. Just
No, I got that. It's if I want authentic Italian, I just gotta make it. It fortunately it's really not that difficult to do. It's mostly technique.
right. Well, I never get to go out anywhere, and it doesn't really end up good when I end up saying, well, let's go with one of these people. No, it never ends up a good way. It always ends up being a bad time. And that's why I just decided, forget it. I just won't do it. I just won't do it.
A lot of
Drama.
A lot of the weird. Okay, I say the weird. I'm talking about
Human
people who
weird.
do things. People who do things very differently.
Human weird, not paranormal weird.
I'm talking about paranormal weird. That's where I was going with it, though. A lot of us who are don't get on all that well with somebody who doesn't understand us or doesn't want to.
Oh yeah, yeah. I welcome the paranormal weird, but that's not what they bring to me. Guy is asking me, did he? Yeah, where do I live? I am in Nashville, Tennessee. And
I'm in the desert Southwest.
Sticky energy. It's weird. Need I say weird? But yeah, I welcome, and I love it when the paranormal happens when I'm out and about. I love it. I just love it. Right? Oh, cool. Played. What are you with a group or a band, or are you a solo act? Show me some of your stuff, man. I don't remember. Piano. Okay. Cool. Yeah, Printer's Alley it's a venue here. Well, there are places that are venues on Printer's Alley. Printer's Alley.
Oh, okay.
It goes way back to, I believe, the Revolutionary War, where that's where all like the printers were, the people who printed news and printed paper for people and stuff.
Yeah, because that was when papers were done one at a time.
Worked at the Carousel Club. Okay, I have heard of it. I don't do club stuff too much, Guy. I really don't. But if you have something that you have published or some personal works, I'll put you in the description and we'll link you here. But send it to me like off of here, either email or Facebook or something, right? I'm on Facebook and I'm also on Twitter. Twitter is SMT Games. It should be in the description.
How about that?
Okay, those are names I'm not familiar with.
That's probably not a good claim to fame there, no. I don't think so.
That's the way it happens.
I suppose it's okay, though.
That's the way it happens. I mean, you know what he didn't say? I met an alien on Printer's Alley. That's what he didn't say. He's keeping it human. He didn't
Yeah.
say I ran away from a demon on. No, he didn't say that. Right?
Oh.
He didn't say an
Let's face it,
alien.
many of us did. We end up getting
Yeah,
carted
he
away.
didn't say aliens bought me a drink on Printer's Alley. No, that's more like shit that would happen to me.
Yeah, I kind of figured that's why she was your ex.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm psychic that
Well,
way.
let me tell you, Nashville is one of those places where people just go crazy here. Like,
What happens in Printer's Alley stays there?
not
Obviously
exactly. Right
didn't.
now,
He found out.
no, that's the whole city. More so downtown. That's downtown. More so downtown. That's why I don't go there. People have tricked me into going to different places. I'm like, nope, 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 nope. I'm not going. Oh wow, that's cool.
Okay, I got one of them here. When most of it's done, it's winter time, and it just shows the kind of the overview of it before. If you show that part first, and then you'll see like sections of it. I gotta
Okay.
see this here. Okay, there's that one. Okay, now let me get to the blue mist. Oh, here, here's the mailbox.
It's good you have a good sense of humor about it, Guy. When it's time to end a relationship, it's just time.
I'm a big fan of renegotiating terms, but a lot of
I
people
see
are
memory usage here. Oh, that's mine. Gosh.
Yeah, as far as relationships go, I'm a big fan of renegotiating terms, but apparently most people are not. They want to go with the sorry, not sorry. A lot of people want to go with the emotional route, and that's turns out that's not the best way to do it, huh?
It's not.
I'm a big fan of negotiating and renegotiating terms because if somebody's not happy, figure it out. You get locked into a person and then you're not happy, make it work. Make yourself happy. Renegotiate terms.
Find out
Not
what's
too
gonna
hard for me.
what it takes to do that.
Yeah, it's
Well,
not too hard for me.
It's
But
always
he's like,
a time when it won't work. But
yeah,
there's
yeah,
plenty of times when it will perfectly well.
yeah. Nutballs are. It's hard to. Yeah, when they're not wanting to be reasonable. I agree. I agree. That's why we should stay a little rational and not approach something with a totally emotional bent. Just
No.
go at it because you're a smart monkey brain human. Use that monkey sense you got.
Well, I'll tell you one that actually worked for Storm and I. And that is on our anniversary every year, which congratulate me. It's been 24 years.
Ah, congratulations.
Us, that is, because he put up with me as much as I've put up with them. But every year on our anniversary, we do just that. We talk about the nuts and bolts of our relationship and what's going to make it better. And is there any sort of unhappiness with it? And make that better too. And apparently it's worked somewhat. So we're still here doing it.
Sounds
That's
like
awesome. That's a great idea.
Yeah. We don't have to renegotiate terms. But if somebody needs something more, something less, that's the time that we use to do that. Unless there's an emergency meeting of the powers that be.
Right. Yeah, I know. That's yeah. I suggest coffee and a fan running in the background. It helps me clear everything. I can focus on the fan and everything starts to go away. And I thought about it earlier, talking about my monkey brain won't let me meditate. I've had to force my mind to be quiet from the songs that have been stuck in my head. I have to make it happen. That's what the coffee and the fans do. They let me push that out, turn it off, and let it go. Let it go away. That's what it did. So I focus on the fans. It just helps, you know.
Well, and that does. The meditation is can be achieved in a lot of ways, and that's a really good one. White noise, when you can lose yourself in white noise and commune with the question at hand, or even just say your hey howdies to deity, it is more pleasant that way.
Yeah, practical for us is not practical for everybody. And we have to that's why this is I like to think of this as the Muggle show for a lot of reasons because you're talking advanced stuff, you know that, right? You're talking advanced stuff that people have no context for. So we have to build the context for them. And like that's why I say fans, yeah, I do other stuff, but that's for me
That's
that's
basics.
fun, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of context that we're skipping. Sorry, everybody listening. We've been doing this stuff for 20 plus years each, and we're kind of just used to it. So, if you'll hear us say something like what the shit we say,
Yeah.
we forget that we're like talking to people who don't have a whole lot of experience, who have not been living the stuff.
And it's perfectly okay to ask us about it.
And
You know,
I am sure to like bring us back down to over here, over here. I'm happy to bring us back down to, non-experiencer words.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
These are going to have to come one at a time. I was looking to see if I could do these.
Yeah, you've been doing it for over 20 years. I've been doing it for about 50. And I think, Raven, you've been at it for a good 20. Craft.
Weird stuff.
Oh, yeah.
The weird.
More. Yeah.
I mean, I could go down the gamut of stuff that we've been through. That just I've been through. Hey, Linda, welcome back.
Nice to see you, Linda.
I think you've been here before.
Well, she's Guy's wife.
Okay.
Second wife. Version 2 is more stable.
Did I? What? No, I think we're getting our information mixed up because that was Scream Engine saying that, not about Guy. Okay.
I think I got it now to where I can.
Yeah, it can. And I recommend if you want to hear one weird story from someone who is like, okay, they're a skeptic and a non-believer, Chris O'Leary on YouTube. Go to Good Morning UFO. Link is in the description. And
there.
Yeah, but then you have to adjust yourself to be able to deal with this stuff. Because then we get into some very advanced stuff like shielding, manifestation, and things like that. That's kind of advanced topics, right? And I don't really do those too much here, but we do get into it, but we don't explain it out all the time. And everybody has a different take,
Yeah, Raven and I are thinking to get together on some stuff and discuss some of the more advanced stuff. You do find basic things, but the advanced stuff's a little harder to get a hold of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guy Merritt, you were there. I was there. That was a great interview. Okay. It was a great interview as far as interviews go, but I have some criticisms. Okay. He says all the aliens want is this one thing, nothing else. Well, he hasn't met all aliens yet. And that I don't do definites, right? Because I literally reached out to them and they were not like that. Actually, I've had a couple of experiences with them. not big ones like Chris O'Leary or other people, okay? But I reached out to them on my terms. Well, I don't have a universal translator. They do, and they didn't turn it on for me. And it was like, here's how I put it. He hasn't been here. He wasn't here for the other show. I put it like this. I went down a phone directory and just dialed a random number. And I dialed up a phone in a hallway to some alien building. And somebody, and like the janitor picked up, right? That's what, like, somebody picked up the hallway phone and says, hello, who are you? That's what it was. That's really what it was. And it wasn't speaking to me, right? I had to translate everything. They weren't using words of any language. They were using visuals, feelings, colors, and here's the weirdest part about it, right? When I found out, when I did some more research on cross-referencing other people's stuff, it was a mantis person, right? And they were sending me, and it's like there was an operator on the line listening to make sure that I was not that I don't know. He was worried about talking to me. He literally said, he conveyed the feelings of, I'm not supposed to talk to you. I don't want to get in trouble. Like, what? Like I was calling from jail or something. Yeah, it was all feel and visuals. The visuals were not meant for me. They were his visuals. He sees things a lot differently because they have compound eyes, like a fly or a spider or something, right? And he was sending me all those visuals all at once, and I didn't get a clear picture, but I got a clear description.
It's a lot like being on a trip, huh?
Yeah, but the thing was, he acted like he was following social rules. They weren't ours, right? The best I can describe it was like he was exercising his training in public relations to a single person. Like he answered the call and I had to interpret what he said, what he was communicating to me, and it was like, hi. And I said hi. Right? It was like that. And then he was like, thank you for calling, but why did you call? But very polite and very communicative. And it was during that time where the operator seemed to come on. And it was, I swear to God, it was like FaceTime, okay? Except with feelings. And like instead of one image, there were like 100 images. Over here, there was like 100 images overlaid on each each other. Like, you know, those old pictures, I've shown them before. If you don't know what a RGB picture that is out of focus looks like, I'm not going to bring up a picture, right? It's like those big old TVs that use 3 cameras,
right?
Red, green, blue, RGB, and one of them's out of sync, and they all throw out because the computer doesn't read the image right. It's not tracking right, and all 3 of them are out of. And you have 3 images. Well, this is like 100 images, and they were all a little bit different.
Wow.
And it made it look real different, right?
Oh, Robot Jim, you are too much. As you called a clicker on collected, the long distance charges are going to be ridiculous.
Charges to the Federation.
Yeah, really. Tell Galactic Consortium pick up.
There's
pick it up.
all those pictures are on your messenger now.
Okay.
Well, there we go.
I will.
You got guy thinking about Italian food.
I know.
Yeah.
I keep thinking about it too.
Italian food with aliens. That's
yeah.
That's it right there.
Don't forget the garlic.
Let me see here. I'm going to go ahead. I've got a bunch.
Too bad this always is closed. I'll have to make some. I don't want any.
Okay. Now I should be able to.
There's like
I see him 10, 11 pictures.
11. Yeah. Some of them have orbs going through them. I've even got a few a different set of pictures than what you have, like rods and cones, looking weird things.
Wow.
Bring them up. Oh, not that one. Sorry.
That's Mom. No.
Mind blown.
Oh, that's terrific.
I love it. That is, I'm just clicking through as you sent them. Okay.
So that's like a night in the wintertime. Okay, so
that's beautiful.
They took them out of order, but you can see one of the orbs coming down, and then this blue mist starting to form over here to the left. And this is while I was getting ready to put mulch down. That's what those black bags are.
Okay. Yeah, it says mulch. So gotcha.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you could read that or not.
I can read it. And here's more blue mist.
Mm-hmm.
And those are the lights around she's talking about. And it looks like a raccoon. No, cats. They're cats.
There's a couple of cats that
they were helping.
Well, cats do.
Yeah, they always do.
Okay, I see something strange here. What are those lines down the side of a tree right there beside one of the big pieces of wood? The tall one?
Oh yeah. What the hell is that?
And that line going down the center of that tree.
Yeah, I've never noticed that before.
A reflection, maybe?
I don't know, because there's a drop off. This is starting to kind of go downhill a little bit, but right past that tree, it's very steep. It goes down.
What
fast.
could those lines be? If it goes down, what are those three lights in the back?
Yeah.
Is that house?
There's another hill across the road, and there's a farm.
Oh, so there's a house over there. So we
So we can explain the light. Okay.
Yeah, those little lights. Yeah.
What about the middle, the center of that tree?
That I don't know. I've never.
Tree growing up the side.
Yeah, that's a tree. I don't know what that is. I don't know.
And the lines right next to the trunk of the tree. What is that?
I don't know.
This is all you needed was new eyes. That's all.
That has never stood out to me before, ever until now.
That's something else.
That is weird.
There it is.
There's one with an orb going through it.
Yeah, I see it.
Now, orbs, I'm not sold on, but
how about that?
So many things can make orbs, but those things hanging down from that tree, it might be something hanging down. Could be. Don't know.
That's
right?
Weird. I never noticed that.
You might want to go walk out there tomorrow and check, see if there's any kind of moss or something hanging down.
No, I know there's not any vines growing up that tree, or I was just out there today, as a matter of fact.
Okay, well, it's time to take more pictures.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just clicking.
It's a beautiful old tree. I mean, it actually is like, I don't think I can even get my arms all the way around it.
Those are your LEDs. Those, so anybody isn't worried. That's not fire.
No, it's not fire. Those are the soft white. Those aren't even the LEDs. The LEDs really are cold and harsh, and I don't like them at all. Those are the soft white, old-fashioned ones.
Okay, so I would go out and look what those hanging down lines are and what that line in the middle of the tree.
I will. That's just, I can look out there right now, probably from the window.
Nighttime.
No, I kind of need to go out. Yeah, probably not.
No,
go during the day.
You'll go out there and fall off.
That is crazy. Yeah, I will do that. I will go out there.
Contrasting pictures.
Yeah, there's some coming up.
Check it out. We got to try to debunk as we go. Not just one picture, or even several pictures. Change the environment. Wait for daylight, and take more pictures of the same thing.
Yeah.
I mean, we got to investigate this stuff.
Yeah. These were before I even knew you.
Oh, okay. Well, time to go back. Now
but I will go back. Yeah.
Now you're quantum. Now you got to go back.
You'll see it a whole different way.
No.
There's
that's a cat that's on the left there.
It is not a chupacabra. It is not.
It's not a chupacabra.
Cat.
It's not a chupawawa either.
No. This is the entrance from the west. Going in is east. To the right is south, and to the left is north.
More pictures to be taken. You definitely need to take more pictures.
Me.
Now there should be another one right after this. It's that same angle with. No, it isn't. Well, damn it! They kind of mixed. I X'd them all in an order, but they're not. They didn't send in.
Now, if
order. Anyway, this is the entrance.
Send, paste 1, click, paste 2, send, 3, send, 1 at a time. That way I can do that. But if you send them as a group, it'll reorder them in some random fashion.
I was trying to save time, so it just kind of screwed it up. So sorry.
What's the light source on the left? Unknown?
Unknown.
That's your blue mist. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I don't see here? Things hanging down from the tree.
Well, that tree is all the way over to the right and back a ways. You don't really see that tree.
It's out of angle in that.
Yeah, it's out of angle.
What was that? Did you yawn?
No.
I did.
Okay, because I
I did.
What the chupacabra was that?
Don't call me names. Shame on you.
What is that? Is that a stone?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. It's a brick with a rock on it, right?
It's an oval stone that I found down on the hill.
On a block, sitting on top.
No, I put it on the block, but that round thing, I have. It's weird.
Cool. Looks like a giant river stone. Awesome.
It's see, and that's that same angle there. It wasn't.
Okay.
Because that blue mist showed up like within a minute or less.
That was before this, so this was like a first picture.
Yeah, and then like if you go back.
Well,
I like it. It kind of looks like fire, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Looks like a ring of fire. And now I've got different lights, and the lights come down that walkway also.
Okay, well, I'm gonna just backtrack now and just look at them. What is that arc on the left? Is it just? I think it's just gonna be a trick of the light. But what's that tall, skinny thing on the left? Is that a tree trunk? Because it looks like it's interrupting the lights.
In the background?
You see the ring of lights?
Yes. Are you
on the left side?
Yeah.
Almost above the cat, directly above the cat, on the far side of the circle from this perspective.
Yeah, that I don't know.
Okay. It's tall and skinny, and it's interrupting the lights.
Yeah. I don't know what that is.
Okay, well, it's definitely time for pictures. More pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would say, it's a portal of some kind.
Oh, for sure it's a portal.
Oh, yeah. If you did ritual in there, almost certainly.
Yeah,
it might have been a portal before you got to it. And
well, that's what I felt, that it was there, because it's just this natural clearing in this. It's all woods all around, and there was just this opening there. I've got a picture of it before.
Have you ever spent the night out there?
Pardon me?
Have you ever spent the night out there?
Almost, but not like with a sleeping bag with the intention of going to sleep out there. I've been out there working until like 4:00 in the morning.
Okay, well, I know you've got hot weather up there during the summer.
Yeah. So
I would just take not a tent or a sleeping bag. It's going to be hot. Just go up there with a lawn chair.
Oh, if the mosquitoes aren't bad.
Right. Well,
I was going to say mosquitoes that just eat you.
Yes.
Well,
and we get the big black mosquitoes here. I've never seen black mosquitoes until I lived here. They're horrible. They hurt. They hurt, and they instantly swell up. Huh?
Burned coffee grounds like incense and cinnamon. Coffee grounds, they hate it, but it smells wonderful for us.
Really?
They can't stand it. Okay. Coffee grounds and cinnamon.
Coffee grounds? I'll start saying my coffee grounds.
Yeah,
okay.
Just throw a little ritual in there too. Offer offer the powers to come and have coffee with you.
Oh, that's
and drink coffee and go in there and drink coffee.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be high magic with the cup of blood and the 10-foot and the 6-foot candles. It can just be coffee.
Storm and I go out in the backyard and just commune with the deities, and I with my coffee and him with his smoke. And tobacco smoke is very much an incense.
Mm-hmm.
And he offers the first puff to the gods.
I'm really interested in those hanging. It looks like something hanging down, and that line going through that tree.
Yeah.
It's
not electric lines, is it?
No, not at all.
How about
I have to run a big, long extension cord all the way up to the house to get this lit up.
I'm really interested in that line and going through the tree. Now, if it's another tree growing up next to it.
No, there isn't. There isn't. I know for sure. There is not. I'll go take a picture of it.
Yeah, take some daytime pictures.
I can go out there right now and take a picture of it if you like.
It's nighttime.
I know, but I got a flash.
Lit up.
And it's lit up because I've got the lights on.
You could do that too. If you can go out there quickly.
Maybe for next time, because we're
getting close to
the end of our show here.
Yeah. I'm not even watching the room right now, and I'm just going back and I'm reviewing. I like to review.
Now the lights on the right-hand side, those little three lights, those are headlights from the road as they're coming down
Okay, that light in the center in the woods, is that house off in the distance?
In the center.
Look in the very center of the picture, and it's to the left.
Excuse me.
Oh no, that's just the light on it. You're talking about, and it's ground level, right? That's just a little. There's not a house there in the background of that. All the way over to the right.
Not those. Tune those out. Go to the center of the picture.
Yeah.
Dead center. You're right.
Those are just the lights.
Go up a little bit and to the left. There's a light. Raven. Do you know what that is? Is that somebody's house?
No, the houses are way back over here. There's just one at the top of the hill here, and then one way in the back that you can't see.
Let me hold on a second.
Yeah, use your little arrow thing and show me.
I have to do this first. Hold on. And I have to say, this is me doing it the hard way, because that's what you do on the fly, right? Now, okay, I'm going to stop sharing that and bring us back. And I'm going to that one. Now I'm going to bring up the picture, and I will center in on what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Give me a second. I'm going to maximize it. I'm going to go over to it. That one.
Oh, I don't know. There's not a house there.
Time to debunk. Now you see it.
Now I see it. Yeah. I don't know.
There's one off to the right side too, Nathan. If you
now these right here.
You mean here? Well, I'm thinking that might be like a reflection, like down here, like just something light colored in the distance, like over here. This doesn't look like. Can you see where my little thing is?
Yeah.
Okay. Over here, it looks like light colored things. Over here,
yeah,
it
does, and that's just the thick of the woods.
Right. Well, I'm talking about this.
That I have no idea.
And I think, do you mean this, Lynn?
No. If you maximize that picture a bit, I should know, make it smaller. Okay, now stop. At the right side of the picture, there are several lights.
Those.
What
that's traffic.
That's traffic. Okay.
They're the road, yeah, and it goes then in front of the.
There's a road down there. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's accounted for.
Yeah.
I would like to know
that. I have no idea. There's no house there.
Is there a road?
No.
Time to go look. Have the leaves not grown back yet where you're at, right?
There's some things in Broome, not the big tall trees, but all the lower ones. The rowan trees are all got green.
That's kind of up there.
It's kind of large for a firefly.
Yeah, and it's got a.
Yeah, and it's not traffic because the road does not turn that way. That's true anomaly there.
I would say time for some more pictures, and I'm gonna stop sharing.
See if you can duplicate it too.
Yeah.
What is going on here? Hold on. Oh,
there we are.
Nope.
That's you. Here we are at the other side. There we go.
Too many buttons.
Yeah.
Holy cow. We got, there's been a lot of talk in the chat room. I wasn't even, when was this taken? This was years ago, right?
This was 3 years ago. 3 years ago.
3 years ago? Okay.
Do you still have it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I just redid the lights
pictures
recently and got more mulch to lay down. I've been out there working in it. A couple of the markers, have gotten termites and disintegrated. I clipped one with the rake the other day and it just went, so I got to replace it.
But
there's plenty of downed trees and so forth around here that no problem replacing it.
Right. Thinking about that, is there fire? No, it's like she's in, like, even though I'm out of city, I'm still considered city. So there are a lot of burn restrictions. So there's no fires going on, right?
Oh, my neighbor down here, he burns his trash all the time. They don't.
Did you get a picture of that? I don't think so. In those pictures, I don't think he was burning anything.
No. Oh, no, he wasn't. I thought you were just talking about burning. No, it's not fire that's around the thing. It just looks like it. It's
just a mist.
It's just
Well, he wasn't talking. He's not. He's meaning those lights.
Yeah, right? They're Christmas lights, but they're the old-fashioned kind.
He's also going to talk about that. He's talking about the lights that are anomalous, not the Christmas lights, not the blue mist. He's talking about the anomalous lights. We've explained all but one.
Yeah.
One off in the middle, off in the distance. That apparently nobody saw for 3 years.
No, I never noticed that before. I didn't notice the weird thing on the tree either. That's wild.
That is wild. And I'm glad you made it, Guy. You almost missed it, but you didn't. That's good. I'm glad. Okay. What do you mean? Oh, it does look like fire. Yeah, well, we figured out what it is. It looks like fire, but it's the headlights on the street way back there.
And that blue mist has shown up multiple times and photo bombed a few things. I'm trying to film this UFO and you can't even hardly see it because this blue mist comes up and covers most of my photo.
Guy, why? Hold on, Guy. Why can't you? Why? Maybe. Well, okay, Raven. Maybe the blue mist is indicative of whatever you're seeing, right? So I would start expanding your pictures and more videos, right?
Make sure it's not your camera.
Obviously, I forgot to mention is the blue mist. You don't see it with the naked eye. It's through the phone or through a photograph that you can see.
Okay.
But if I hold my phone up, I can see it in the. If I've got it set to camera and I haven't taken a picture yet, and I'm just looking.
Here's an example of. You see that blinking light right there? That's infrared. The camera can see it. But I cannot. Okay. And like this, right? Boop, boop.
Yeah.
That's a remote. I don't see that. I don't.
We can see it on the film here.
Yeah, you can see it on the screen because my camera picks up infrared, right?
Yeah.
This is infrared, and like the front, like that right there. I don't see that. Okay, So it may be now. It's weird how to have diffuse infrared light floating around. That in itself is weird. Blue mist. Okay, you can't see it with your eyes.
Mm-mm.
Here's what I suggest. You have a separate camera.
Mm-hmm.
This is a neat little thing. So you have your phone and you have your separate camera, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. On your phone, set it to video.
Okay.
You have a tripod.
Yeah.
You can use that tripod.
Okay.
Phone on the tripod. Start recording video as you take pictures with a flash.
Oh, yeah, good idea. Okay.
It's
Yeah.
an interesting cross-reference method to where certain here's where I'm going to get a little sciencey, right? You have different frequencies of light interfering with other frequencies of light. It's called an interference pattern, right?
Yeah.
You can't now this is more for the audience, okay? Now, when you cross those frequencies, things will show up in a flash either at the beginning or end of the flash, not the brightest part. It's so weird. People have taken lots of pictures like this.
Okay.
And what is happening is an interference. It's not like you take pictures of something where it can only be seen in the flash. It's the buildup of the flash and the drawdown of the flash, right? It is
Oh,
it is a it's not okay. Where's my okay? Let me just do this. Yeah, sciencey, and I gotta Scream Engine. Yeah, you're right. Now here's what I'm talking about, right? Now this is your flash. Now this is the light spectrum. This is very right. This is your light spectrum. Okay. Now you right
Mm-hmm.
right here is the actual flash. Okay.
Okay.
Down here, on the two bottom ones are normal background lighting. Okay.
Okay.
Now people have found out, ghost hunters and stuff. People have found out that while this doesn't really show anything but light, if they go through the frames of video, okay, they see stuff happening in that area,
Ah, okay.
not at
Okay.
the peak of the flash and not after it is either before or after it, but during the buildup of it's an inter. Okay, I can't get into all of it. There's a lot of double slit talk and all that stuff, right? But I'm not going to get because we're at the end of the show. I would love to get into it, but
I
y'all
have one of those EMF detector things. Ghost. It's called Ghost something. It's one of these apps.
ghost box. Yeah, right.
okay.
That's great. But I'm just talking about cameras and doing stuff with cameras, right?
Well, I wonder if I should download an app like that to the tablet and have the tablet out there also to
Couldn't
see
hurt.
if there's
But
words.
don't mix them all up, right? Because
No?
it's like don't mix them
Okay.
all up at one time because you want to have like this is what happened when I did this. This is what happened when I did only this. This is what happened when I did only this. Okay, because you will confuse your own data, and then when you go back and look at it, you're like, oh, I caught this, but it was your tablet. Oh, I caught this, but it was your EMF detector going off. Oh, right. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So we don't want to put that out there because that's like no method involved, right? But we have spent years figuring out methods, so we use them, right?
Okay.
Yeah, and then you can show all of it like, look at what a great time I had, and it's chaos, right? But then you can break it down and say, this is what happened when I did this. This is what happened when I did this. Not all of it at once because it's hard to separate it when you're
Okay,
reviewing
gotcha.
stuff.
I get you. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
You'll have all that information, not be
So
able
it looks like
to
Guy had
discern
a
it.
triangle behind his house.
Yeah, he's got a video, and yes, you know what? You can do that. You're on you're coming to us from YouTube. Just upload it. Upload it to your YouTube.
Mhm.
You just sign into YouTube and hit the on your phone, hit the plus sign on the thing, hit the arrow up, and you upload it to YouTube. And then you go through the basic listing of it. Is it unlisted? Is it private? Is it public? You can make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I am already.
If I can do it, you can do it.
Oh, I'll vouch for that.
I am interested.
I'm teasing her.
You and another person.
Listen, she can do it. I can't.
Definitely. And Guy, if you are on Facebook or Twitter, find me. Links in the description, or hell, email me. It's okay. It's all good.
So all that stuff's in
I always
the description.
give credit. Yeah, I always give credit, and I never I mean, if it looks like bunk, it's going to be looking like bunk. But if you got something awesome, throw it my way. Okay, well, in the description is I think all of it. My Facebook is there, my email is there. Email's best. Let me tell you, email's best. And we all have email because, well, we all got to sign up for streaming services somehow, right?
Right.
Got it. Submitted for, okay, you got pre-approval already. I will look at it, and we will look at it. Whoever's on the panel at any given time, we will look at it. Mm-hmm. And we don't know, okay, cool. Did I get it? Let me see here. I don't have you.
A minute to download.
Well, I don't have you over here. If you're friends with me on Facebook, send it to me again, or just send me a this is Guy on Facebook, because I don't see anything coming in right now. Or let me see where I have to switch windows. Okay, Guy, links don't work unless you're a moderator. Links won't work unless you're a moderator. So send it to me behind. So I vet things, man. Well, Allan, Allan, what it is, it's like, is it over there? No. And
might be in
I
your
will
spam folder.
No, he's using Facebook. So here is me, right? I'll just put my little thing
Samo.
up here. Hey, Samo.
Hey, Samo.
There I am. Yes, that's me. He's been lurking this whole time. Samo knows what's up. Samo knows what's up.
Lurking, skulking in the shadows.
So, Guy, if you go through there's a ton of Nathan Allens out there. It's weird. I don't know why.
Put Nathan and the Quantum Show, and it picks up a lot of stuff.
Well, that's YouTube, but on Facebook, this is me. This is what my profile page is, right? So, and I'm listening to all the things coming in. So send it to me there, and I'm going to have to wrap it up because we're well beyond 2 hours now. Okay? Mm-hmm. But this has been a great panel. So, yeah, we went. Samo's going way back in the chat.
Oh boy, is he!
My spirit guide won't let me.
Neither.
Okay, well, this has been the Quantum Show panel discussion. We have a lot of new people coming in. Thanks everybody for coming by. You're here, therefore you're quantum, and you could be anywhere else, but you're not. Thanks for coming by. And Lynn, Raven, thank you for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
Enriching the whole existence.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. I'm not even being sarcastic. I really am not. I mean it all. Okay.
I hope you're not. I took it as a compliment.
Yes, me too.
Okay. Thanks, everybody. Oh, I'm getting another great show. Thank you so much. Night, folks. And great show. Thank you, everybody. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out. Even if you didn't participate in the chat too much, it doesn't matter. That's cool. Hit like and subscribe. You're here, therefore you're quantum. So, good night, everybody. I'm going to
Thanks to our moderators. We appreciate you so much.
Yes.
Thank you.
Well, guy saying, hell, I never shut up. Join the club. People, I bowled my coworker over.
They just threw us on here and said, just have opinion. That's okay.
Yeah. So I'm pushing buttons and time to wind down. And Amy and I are out of coffee. So that means almost.
Good to the last drop.
Pushing buttons.
Pushing buttons.
Pushing buttons. So I'm going to go on. And I'll hope to hear from the people who want to talk to me. So, y'all, take it easy. We're still, man, these buttons, man.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.